What's good, YouTube? Target here, and welcome to another episode of Design and Manage, my city Skylines Unmodded Let's Play series. On the last episode, we have built this highway interchange that will be the off and on points to the main area of our city, or at least the area with the highest density. And on this episode, I think we are finally going to start work on the road layout of it and start plopping, or start zoning, should I say, our first buildings. And maybe if we have a bit of time at the end of the episode, I think we are finally going to start playing with the Green Cities DLC. I just bought that DLC and I am super excited and super eager to start playing with it. But before doing that, I think we should start working on the layout. So without further ado, let's start building. Alright guys, I have been working on the road layout of this part of the city, as you were able to see on the time-lapse, and this is the end result. I think we're off to a good start. As you can see, I have started by placing our train station, not train station but cargo train station, And the reason why I decided to do this is because the biggest density of traffic that will flow around this part of the city will be mainly trucks coming on and off from this particular station. So I decided that placing this station beforehand and building the road layout around it would be a good decision. So let me go ahead and show you what I've done in much more detail. Let me just turn on the arrows that indicate the traffic flow. As you can see, we have quite a bit of entrances to our cargo station. We have one over here. This is annoying. Let me just turn this off. Okay. We have one over here that is basically a tunnel that will grab the traffic that will come from this part of the city. We also have this road over here that will mainly be dedicated to traffic and the commercial buildings that will be around here. And finally we have this tunnel that comes over here and will get the traffic from this part of the city. Likewise, and by the way, we also have this connection over here to grab the traffic that will eventually come from this part. Likewise, you have quite a bit of exits. Actually, only two of them. One of them is right here. You can jump off right about to this part of the city, and likewise you can follow this tunnel and eventually bring the goods to the commercial buildings on this part of the city near the river. And generally I am quite satisfied with the way this turned out. I tried to plan this part of the city way ahead in the future so we don't have any traffic problems, and I did this by avoiding putting a lot of connections near the on and off ramps, as you can see over here and maybe around here and on other parts of the city as well. And yeah, I think we can finally start zoning the first buildings of this district. And by the way, I turned this station off for now because we are not going to use it for the time being. And yeah, let's go ahead and start doing it. I've already provided it some power, and likewise I already piped the entire thing with water pipes. So let's go ahead and start zoning our first buildings, and we can start by placing some commercial. I think I will want some commercial over here, but first I want to fix this because I want to have that bit of zoning space, and for that I need to delete this and kinda grab the highway off-ramp. And let's see, how can I do this? Let's go around over here and connect it. Let's try this again. That's perfect, good. And let's try to do it like this. And now we have 4 blocks of building space, so let's go ahead and start zoning. I'm gonna zone all of this for now. In the future I will want to put some pedestrian paths on this part of the city, but for now we will just start zoning. And how about we resume the simulation? In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and grab our residential and start placing a bit of residential space around over here. So this is 2 blocks, this is 4, 6 and 8 full-grown houses. I want to start building slow because this is the first time I'm placing high density buildings and I don't know how the city will react. So let's see how it will turn out. And so far we seem to have a problem because power is not flowing to the other part of the city, so I think I'm just gonna do this for now. It is the only thing I can do right now. And likewise I'm gonna do the same over here, and that seems to solve the issue. Let's go ahead and start building our first offices. I already know that I want this part to be offices, so I'm gonna zone it like this. And it kind of annoys me that I cannot build over here, so maybe we can fix that by grabbing the pathway and make a path over here like so. Yeah. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. And now I can zone. That is good. And I think I'm gonna do the same over here to fill up these spaces. And not over here. Good. And it should start growing. Oh yeah, look at this, guys. Our first high density buildings. We're off to a good start. Really enjoying this. So let's go ahead and keep zoning. Over here. That is good. And let's make some more offices, shall we? Like so. Perfect. Look at this, guys. We have our first residents using our main interchange. It really makes me proud to build a massive road infrastructure and then seeing our citizens actually using it. It really gives me joy. Let's go and see how exactly are our citizens coming through our city. It seems that our commercial is preferring to get this off point, the one that goes to this part, which is predictable because our residential buildings are all over here, for now at least. And our citizens, the residents of this city are using this one, again as predictable. Which is very good because it seems that we have a nice split of traffic, at least for now. We'll see how it goes. We now should start worrying about services, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is place a police station. I'm gonna put just a normal one for now, because this area is really small, but in the future I want to upgrade it to a police headquarters. But for now this will be enough. And where shall I put this? I think this will be a good area for now. Like this. Good. And yeah, it's connected to power. Perfect. Likewise, we will need some fire protection, so I'm gonna grab our firehouse. Again, I'm gonna use the small one for now, and I'm gonna put it, let's see, well, this is only temporary, so I can actually put it over here. Or maybe, let me see, oh, it would be great if it fit here, but it doesn't. Oh, but I can put it over here. But this is not a good place because it will interfere with the cargo trucks. So, oh, problem solved. So let's just delete this. Delete. And we should also worry about our emergency shelters. I'm gonna put again a small one just for the time being. Let's put it over here. Next thing we need is a clinic. So let's go ahead and put one over here. Good, that seems like a nice fit for it. Look how well it fits. That's really good. And anyway, let's also put an elementary school, and we're gonna put it over... Oh, it's unfortunate that it cannot fit here. But it should be able to fit over here. What is the problem with this? Oh, okay, it will be supplied. Alright guys, and with this, I think it's finally time for us to start trying out the Green Cities DLC. I am really excited for this. I have been checking out what the new DLC has released, and there's some things that I want to try on this episode. And one of them is the new districts. And there's one in particular which is the organic and local produce. Let's see what it does. It changes the commercial area to consist of buildings like organic produce shops, electric car charging stations, and such. It produces 5% of sold goods locally, blah 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 blah. Anyway, I think this will be a very nice fit for our commercial district that we have over here. So let's go ahead and start doing that right away. For that, I will have to make a hole on our Reki suburbs. I am sorry, Reki, but you're gonna get a new friend, a new district. And let me just see, I have to make sure I catch all these buildings, which will be okay. Let's go ahead and start making a district over here. Okay, this grabs all our commercial buildings. I am not gonna name this district just yet because I do not have the name of a follower in mind. So the thing I'm gonna do is just grab this thing and put it like this, and let's see what happens. Will you look at that? Unfortunately, not all the area got rezoned because our demand for commercial has fallen quite a bit ever since we started building our first commercial buildings on the new part of the city. But we already have new buildings, and let's see what we have. Edison shop, load this. I don't think this is a new building. I remember seeing this in the past, but oh, okay, this is a new one. Let's check it out. Yeah, sell lentils. Seems modern enough for me. And we also have this one. This is also a new one. Organic dry goods. Isn't that great? A place for your stuff. Interesting. The other district, or one of the other districts that came out with green cities, is the self-sufficient buildings, that basically does the exact same thing that the commercial district does, but with residential. So it basically makes your residential building self-sufficient by producing more health conscious and more environmentally conscious citizens. So I think this is also a good one to try out. I do not want to make the entire Reki suburbs this type of district because I don't want the entire district to dezone all of a sudden. So I think I'm gonna start with a small area, and I am gonna start with a bit over here, and then eventually I will make the entire district. And don't worry, Reki, I will name this district after you, so you won't lose anything. So let's go ahead and start zoning our new district. Alright, I just made our new districts, so let's go ahead and make them self-sufficient by applying the policy. But before that, let me give a quick observation. I have realized that our new buildings only have one level of density, or evolution, should I say, kinda similar to our tourism and leisure buildings, commercial buildings. And because of that, we now do not have enough workers. So I think by dezoning this entire thing and making it a new district, I think these new residents will eventually feed this area with workers. So let's go ahead and see what happens, and bam. Alright, let's see how the buildings look like. They seem to be all very similar in shape, which could be a really good thing to make districts that all have similar houses, kind of like how you see on modern suburbs. And I think I will be able to make really good districts in the future with this new policy. But anyway, let me see and show how these buildings look like. And yeah, they all look very similar one to another. They seem very simple, I guess. But they also have 5 levels, so I'm really interested to see how they will develop over time. If applying these new policies will mess up the economy of this district, I will eventually demolish everything and turn everything back to normal. In all honesty, I've only done this on this district because I really wanted to try out the new DLC, and I didn't want to do that on our new district, the main part of the city. And I thought this was a good location for it. But if it doesn't work out, I will back up everything up and I will build a new self-sufficient district on another part of the city. But anyway, look at this, guys. They really look great next to each other. All the residential buildings, when they are very similar in shape, it really gives a nice sense of harmony that I really enjoy. This looks very good. I'm really proud of you, Colossal Order. But anyway, guys, I think that will be it for this episode. We were able to make quite a bit of progress. We have finally started zoning our main part of the city, and on the next episode I think we're going to continue expanding this part of the city and maybe playing a bit more with the Green Cities DLC. I really wanna try out and explore that new expansion. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it, of course. Also, if you want to follow the development of this city, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And finally, if you want to get to know me a little bit better personally, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have fun.